watching the game last night and how pathetic the Colts offense was, Shane Steichen made the correct move and going to Flacco. Fact or cap? Hensley.
I would say cap, because you spent a high pick on Richardson. Why not? You gotta let the kid play and see what you got in him. And just like Carolina, you still gotta let the guy go out there and play and see what you got in him, because you can't just right now. This coaching staff is killing this man's ego. 1 minute they put him in, 1 minute you take him out, 1 minute you put him in, 1 minute you taking him out. So I would say cap. You got to let this man play and see what you got. All
right, let's go, Nick.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I think they made the right move in like a one-game kind of scenario with Joe Flacco just to make a statement. But again, if you watched this kid last night, and he was, ushering his teammate, he was working with talking to his teammates. He was the last guy off the field, in the first half and the end of the game. And that shows he's got some leadership abilities. He made a big mistake, and there's some people that believe that they're going to trade him. And I think if the Colts did that, that would be really stupid. Now, is he going to be an elite quarterback? Remains to be seen. I just don't think he's on the right team. But they can't go back and forth. They should make this a one-game suspension, basically, and put him back out there if they want a chance to make the playoffs.
Coach.
Facts. I say fact. Hey, my man, you got to sit behind and earn your stripes, man. We got to see, do you really want it? Do you really want to be here? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be quitting on your team now. So I believe it's a fact for me. Right? It's a fact. They went with the best move. They just got beat by a good team. Right? They just got beat by a real coach team. Nothing to me, my eyes. My man made the right decision of moving on with Flacco because, like I said, Richardson's still young. He's still young. The promise is there. Right? The promise is there. So, yeah, good move, man. Hey, he'll be okay. He'll be just fine. He'll be just fine.
All right, so as far as Steichen's concerned, yeah, it probably is the best. He did make the right decision. I mean, I guess you can't, go back to, well, geez, you see the way Flacco played. There was enough garbage that they put on film out there to go around. It wasn't just Flacco. I mean, the offensive line, the receivers, I don't know. That was just an awful performance. I guess the difference between them and Carolina is not going anywhere, so it really doesn't matter. Where they believe they can still make the playoffs, so it remains to be seen. Flacco will suck it up. I mean, he's a good vet. We'll see what happens moving forward. But and Anthony Richardson's not going anywhere. They're still heavily vested.
Absolutely.
All right. So the next one. Last week, Joe Burrow publicly stated this is a must-win game. And he went out there and got it done. So, by him saying that, do you believe that motivated his team? Hensley.
Him saying anything ain't gonna motivate anything with that hairstyle.
I
feel like this. I would say it's a cap because they still gonna lose no matter what. Even though they won against the Raiders, I don't see this team turning it around this year. So I would say cap. That defense, ain't that good. So no.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Kathy as well. Cap. I mean, I think he backed it up. Now the Raiders suck. They fired half their coaching staff. They traded their best offensive weapon away. They have no idea they have basically no quarterback on the field. And I think the problem is, the Bengals fans have a big hole to get out of. Their schedule is not easy down the stretch. They've got some very difficult games. I think including playing the Bengals Thursday or the Ravens Thursday on the road.
Yeah.
So a short week, but
Amazon Prime, big time game.
But definitely definitely cap.
I'm gonna say fact because Joe Burrow is dialed in, gentlemen. He's dialed in. That team is playing at a high level, and you gotta earn it in the NFL, and he's been earning it. From the respect from his peers, everybody's saying that Joe's injury, just that and the other, he's playing at a high level. It's just the defense gotta match it. He's playing at a high level. But to answer the question though, yes, it was a big game. It was a statement game, and he told
Raiders. It's not a statement game. Sorry,
but he did what he had to do. They beat the Raiders.
Well, it doesn't matter. It
the
was
bottom line is
football.
It's a statement.
The statement game is coming up Thursday against the Ravens. Then we can have this. We'll have this conversation.
But you got to build the wins up, though, Nick. You got to build the wins up to get there.
The season was on the line, and he delivered.
Damn, what you talking about?
Bottom line. Five touchdowns. Now his one interception got returned for a touchdown, but he did elevate his team. So kudos to Joe for making that statement and getting it done.
Real quick, look, did you see that stare down? Do you see that stare down he gave his coach? You see that stare down?
He backed it up.
Sure did.
Okay. All right. So next, we're at midseason right now, and everybody likes to talk about midseason awards and so forth. We've got probably the undisputed offensive rookie of the year is Jayden Daniels. The MVP, though, right now, you got to believe just the way things are going and how the voting has gone in the past that Lamar Jackson is sitting in the driver's seat for that. So the statement is this. The midseason MVP is actually Jayden Daniels, not Lamar Jackson. Hensley, Factor Cap.
Glaze it.
Fact, that's my guy. Other than Patrick Mahomes,
specifically for Hens.
But this my guy, man. I've been rooting for this kid. Hey, I think the kid is the MVP and the rookie of the year. And hey, so I'll put it like that. So I'll say fact. I agree with you.
I don't think that's happened since the late Jim Brown.
Yeah,
and it's gonna happen this year with this band here. Hey, Steve, turn around to watch the Commanders. That team that stadium was empty. Now you can't get a ticket there in the stadium. This kid turned this franchise around.
What do you got, Nick?
I'm all in. I'm saying fact too. Listen. Lamar Jackson played crappy one week, played great this week, and that's kind of been his motto here. In losing the 3 games that they lost. So I think for sure this kid is special. Just that throw, I will never forget the Hail Mary as long as I'm around with my mind in relatively decent memory range. That was just absolutely incredible. He's playing at a level right now that is fun to watch. Jackson, guys, I've said it all along. He's had a terrific year.
I don't think there's any. Anything.
I would take Allen over Jackson.
There is no gray area here, Nick. We know how you feel about Lamar.
Yes, so, I've made it very clear.
All right, Coach. What do you got?
Here we go. Man, I like Lamar. I like JD. Man, I think JD is playing at a high level. He is gonna get Rookie of the Year, but for him to get MVP over Lamar, I got to go with Lamar, man. I say I go with Lamar, man. Lamar is just getting it done. He's playing at a super high level right now, man.
Yeah, this is cap for me too. Jayden Daniels is not going to win the MVP. Certainly the Rookie of the Year, but Lamar is playing better than he played last year when he won the MVP. Right. And don't look now. And again, I'm going to get the glaze hose out. I might be hitting Coach up here, but if the Bengals somehow beat Baltimore on Thursday night and Burrow has a good game, he's sneaking back into this thing. His numbers are there. Mm-hmm. If they start winning games, it's gonna be a little hinky there for the other guys. But
dicey.
Joe's got it rolling right now.
Yeah.
All right. So right now we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers are 6-2, right? They're first place in their division. And kind of riding high. Russ has them rolling a couple of games. It's looked great. But they've yet to play a divisional opponent. So that means they have 6 games. They got to play the Ravens twice, the Bengals twice, and the Browns twice, obviously. So the statement is this. Pittsburgh Steelers will still be the number 7 seed when it's all said and done. Hensley.
Gotta say yes, because Mike Tomlin been having there no matter what. No matter what, he still finds a way to have his team over 500. So I would say this, yes. And they probably the second most dangerous.
You don't sound too short, sir.
In the AFC, they probably the most second dangerous team besides the Chiefs. So I would say yes.
What?
All right. So actually, this is a negative statement on them
because
they're actually like the two seed